On the channel, we celebrate Yojo June, or maybe today we're celebrating my birthday with G.I. Joe Classified Series Destro, Iron Grenadier, and his Despoiler.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a classic one, an old favorite of my childhood, back again with G.I. Joe Classified Series Destro, Iron Grenadiers Edition, and Despoiler. But for all your G.I. Joe Classified needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there, and they got a bunch more Joe stuff. Apparently today, I'm going to have to rock and roll, strut my stroll all the way over there, picks up some more G.I. Joe stuff as we're celebrating Yojo June, or depending when you're watching this, if you're watching it on June 25th, it is my birthday, and no better birthday gift to myself than a little G.I. Joe action here. And like I said, one that was a favorite of my childhood here, as of course, you know, back in the day, Cobra, they had Cobra Commander, and all was great. Destro was a strong number two. Then this Serpentor guy waltzed into things. Destro became a number 3 and said, you know what, I've had enough of this business. I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. A lot of parallels, and there's a lot of people that make the correlation, Todd McFarlane, that Destro is very similar to Flint. A lot of people say Destro is the true leader of Cobra. There's been people who have said it. I've never necessarily looked that deep into it, but people have been saying it for a long time. Much like Flint, as we know, the true leader of G.I. Joe. He started Tiger Force. Destro started the Iron Grenadiers. Now, Cobra Commander doesn't seem like that bad a guy. I understand, though, why Flint would want to get the heck away from Duke, burn down the pit, discrimination. He's on the Epstein list. He hates females. We know that, of course. Just a dangerous individual, that Duke, and we've talked about him enough on this channel here. We shouldn't give him as much publicity as we do give him, but somebody's got to speak the truth, and I'm a truth speaker. That's what I am, and I'm going to speak the truth about this one. You know how we're going to do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We might even throw Duke under the bus a little bit more. You never know how these things might end up going, but let's dive into this one here. As I talked about, this was the second edition of Destro back in the day. I guess this is what, the 4th edition of Destro in the classified line. We got this one. We got Pimp Daddy Destro. We got the first version. We got a retro version. So we've got a lot of Destros under our belt here. But it was a big deal with these Iron Grenadiers. Grenadiers when I was a kid. The old playground, it was the Iron Grenadiers. But apparently it's the Grenadiers. But as a kid, he was a big deal, him going to gold. And I was extremely excited to get this one once upon a time because I've told the story. It's a horrific one. It's not as bad as some of those Duke stories that we've told, but it's right up there. It's right up there. I did lose my Duke in a tragic avalanche in my backyard when I was digging a hole and playing with my Joes in the backyard. Had to go in for lunch. My hole all caved in, and I could never get that Destro back. I still know where the house I grew up in is. It's like a half hour from me. I should go out there. I say it, I'm going to get one of those lamps in the middle of the night. I'm going to do an excavation, and we'll film it on the channel or something like that. We'll free and find that Destro once and for all. But I was very disappointed because as a kid in your play fed, in your play day, you want Destro as part of your play. I didn't have another option. I couldn't just go get a new Destro. My parents weren't going to allow that, and I don't think he was on the shelves at the time. So this Destro coming in, oh, it was a breath of fresh air for young Kyle, and it came with a vehicle too, playing all the hits. So very excited to get this all these years later. But in a plot twist, I just somehow lost my Pimp Daddy Destro glasses. I'm going to have to find those in a little bit, so hopefully I find those. So I'm losing Destro and Destro accessories. It goes all the way back to childhood, of course. Much like Duke, yes, and some of the things he's up to goes back to his childhood. I'm sure somebody find a psychologist. Who is the psychologist on the Joe team? Psych out? Yeah, could be. But looking good here. Enough jibber jabber going on. We got Destro and his Despoiler, G.I. Joe Classified. You got Destro over there in the corner, looking only like a Destro could look. Destro, Iron Grenadier Despoiler, Classified Series. 4 and up, you 3-year-olds out of luck, but 4-year-olds jump on in, grab some Destro. Gold-plated edition right there, looking very good. Number 203. Not a fan of this. I feel like this should only be labeled on the figures. If you want to do vehicles, start a different numbering system, do something, because you can't line them up, and this messes with people's OCD. We've heard about it repeatedly. Looking good on the side here, nothing too fun. Then on the back, got kind of the glamour shots, the jibber jabber, all that kind of stuff going here. Anything it says, anything good back here, Destro? Looks like he's got a shield, extra heads. There's a lot going on this, and there should be. It's over $100 for this figure, as we do know, and vehicle, of course. It's another one. What do we got inside here, though? That's the million-dollar question. Where's Ted DiBiase when we need him? Oh, trying to pull it out, trying to whip it out. Oh, we got a lot going on in here. A lot more than I anticipated, of course. What do we got? Jibber jabber, Spider-Man style. See you later, goodbye. We do got the little road case right here. What's going on inside here? Always like this. Destro, Iron Grenadier Despoiler. Reminds you of the COVID years when the Joes were plastic-free packaging, of course. We'll never forget that. See you later. Goodbye. We get some wings. We get some missiles. And then we got the vehicle all locked up inside here as I knock everything out. There's old Destro in the plastic prison. Another baggie. And then you got the vehicle, and you got the rope ties, all kinds of stuff. So that means only one thing. Let's take this offline. Let's get this out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Destro and his Despoiler. All right, we got Destro and his Despoiler out of the package, and I got to say, it went together pretty easy. We'll get into that, but let's do the action figure first. Let's start off, as usual, with the accessories. No extra hands with this one. We do get an extra head. We'll dive into that in a second. We got a little pistolero right here, gold with black handle, on brand, very fashion forward, Destro. He said, I'm putting this chariot together. I want my weapons. I want my outfit. I want everything to match this thing. So very fashion forward for Destro. Shout out to him. But you get the pistol going on. A little Wild Bill pistol, possibly. Now we do get a little sword and sheath. Very regal here. Of course, one of the most regal guys in the Cobra army. Got the long blade right here in gold, even a little knuckle duster in the front, a little red jewel, black handle, and as you can imagine, fits into the sheath just fine there. You can store this on Destro. Very reminiscent of the one from my childhood back in the day. Even that little gold chain on there that he did have originally, gold on the end as well. Looking good, on brand, dare I say on point. But now we get something brand new. We get a very cool shield here. Looks like something out of a Sabaton album cover or something. It is a nice shield, very regal. Got Destro's face in it. Looks like you got a big sword through it as well. It looks like that sword is just for decor. It would have been nice if it was like a secret sword you could pull out if the chips were down or something like that. But looks good with the black outline here. Very regal. He's ready to go. It's got the clip right here for the forearm. Then he grabs it with his hand, so he uses it as a weapon, battling like a young He-Man once upon a time is what Destro is, apparently. Now, he's got his long sword, and this is quite the long sword. I wonder if he impresses Baroness with this sword. I'm sure he does. Very long sword right here. Yeah, you're right, Duke. Duke's about that big of a sword I think he carries around. But a guy like Destro, a guy like Flint, myself, I mean, come on, what are we doing here? But this is a big, big sword, and I am guessing when he's flying in his chariot, he holds this one, he swoops down and gets people. That's why it's got the length on the silver blade there. Very regal, but I'd imagine this thing's very heavy. What? It's lightweight. You can move it around. Okay, sure, whatever. But a big, big sword here. So he's got that going on as well. And now we're getting down to Destro. We're getting down to business. We're getting down to Pimp Daddy Destro almost in gold. Very interesting Destros here. There's no doubt. Now, I'm not sold on which head I prefer between these two. I'm going to have to sleep on it. That's what I'm going to have to do. But you got the fiery green eyes going on, the head out of the package. He's got some teeth showing through the mask. This mask apparently a lot more mobile than some of the other ones. As you can see, his mouth and teeth. Got the gold helmet, of course, over there, the hallmark of Destro. You got the 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Got those fiery green eyes. This is him, though, in the Despoiler flying through the air, I think. He's screaming and yelling. He's letting everybody know he's coming. We got that going on. The second head, a little bit more stern in the head department. I don't know. You got the eyes showing. Almost reptilian. Is Destro a reptilian? He's got those reptilian eyes. Reptilian's all the rage right now, as we know. But he does got some wild eyes on him. Once again, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. But a very stoic look. You like it stoic? You like it screaming? Choose your own head adventure. But now we're diving into Destro. We're going to start off with a little cape season here in honor of one Lando Calrissian, as we do know. He's got that half-shoulder cape, a power move if there ever was one. You don't see a lot of guys wearing that half cape off to the side. It is true power move. One of the most powerful moves you could ever do. I would recommend this as a businessman who's in a lot of meetings. I think I had 14 meetings this week, Todd McFarlane. I'm worn out. And it's not even halfway through this week at this point here. But I had a lot of meetings. And one thing I have learned, if the chips are down and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for this meeting, you just throw a little cape. If you got to put a towel, a hand towel, something, and you tie it up there and you throw it over, it might work. In a pinch, it may work, but it's a straight up power move. Everybody just hangs on your word. They respect everything. They say, well, this guy means business. He came to this meeting with a cape. Trust me, it works every single time. It works 100% of the time is what it does. There you go. But the more you know, folks. But you do got the clasp here. You can remove this, or you can remove this, and you can take the cape out. So if you want your Destro without the cape, you can pull that out if you need to. He's got that like little 3 blades up here. I always use those as like razor blades, like they were sharp, and he would use those as like a weapon when the chips were down in my playing days. Black outfit throughout on Destro here. Got the red belt here, a little skull on the belt buckle. Nice, nice. Now we do got the holster on the side for the pistol. It's got the Cyclops. I always pick on Cyclops from Marvel Legends because it will fall down on you. It's not stuck in place. Yes, you could put some super glue there. I know how it goes, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. But you could do that if you wanted to. Looking good. It's almost like he's got some stirrups down in here as well. Got the gold in the nice little pins there. And then you got gold down on the boots. The skull from the belt carries on. And then down into some gold boots here. Man, he's not messing around. These are for alligator, I think. These crocodile shoes, maybe. Cayman? Could be, Todd McFarlane. Could be some Cayman boots on Destro. But looking very good. Got some forearm protection, shoulder protection, vest protection. He's protected. He loves to wear protection, Destro. A man after not my own heart. After your heart? Okay. There he goes. But he does got that going on there. Articulation. Arms do go all the way around. That shoulder piece goes with the arm, which is always nice. Little butterfly action. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows. Playing all the hits over there at Hasbro. Trigger hand on both of the hands here. Gloved in black. Back and forth, side to side. Head removable, back and forth, side to side. I will say this head, very, very light. It's a very light plastic on that head. You got the ab crunch. You got the waist articulation. You got to have those drop down hips. Destro dropping it like it's hot, as we do know. Goes up for that big old boot if need be. No thigh cut on this one. No thigh cut on this one. You do get the double jointed pinless knees, excuse me. Dealing with you, Todd. You know, you're always pinned. This is pinless over here. Boot cut looking good. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. We're playing all those Destro hits right here at the table. You know we're here for those hits. And he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Make sure you get the WWE stands once again. It is Destro and his Despoiler. As I said, that original OG Destro was very special. But I was a couple of years into my playing with him, and I lost him in the backyard. So this was primarily my Destro for many a year. So this one has always held a special place in my heart. Really enjoy having this one here. And we've got a lot of other Iron Grenadier figures. We'll do some comparisons in this video too, or some showing against the rest of the team, even with a special surprise along the way. But looking very good, old Destro here. And I should say, might as well right now pull it out. We got the regular version Destro here, or the first edition, I think that one is. And then we got the Pimp Daddy version. And as I said, somewhere in between my room and here, I lost his glasses. So that's going to be a fun hunt. Let me tell you, you guys know. Real ones know about hunting through accessories in your carpet. You got to retrace your steps. Make sure you don't step on them and break them. It's a whole thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. But this is an interesting one. Pimp Daddy Destro, as we've talked about. One of the first reviews on the channel we've ever done, of course. But looking very good against the gold. Different golds, not straight up reuse between these two. Very cool to see. So a few Destros, a few. And like I said, there's one more of those as well, the retro Destro. Choose your own Destro adventure. But now we're moving over to Destro and his Despoiler. As I said earlier, reminds me a whole lot of Serpentor and his Chariot. It's Destro's version. And this looks good. It's how I remember it for the most part. A little bit more bells and whistles. Still as dangerous as ever. Destro, a true leader like one Flint. Once again, a lot of parallels between these two. Except Flint's face is so pretty, he can't hide that thing behind a mask. A beret is barely it. You got to see Flint in full regalia, of course. Destro, not the best looking guy. He's got to wear that mask. We know how it is. Voice, though. Smooth voice on Destro, as we do know. But this looks good. But yeah, no bubble protection, nothing. Destro, a true leader, not scared to lead from the front lines, as we do know. Looking very good. And once again, a lot of parallels between Cobra Commander and Duke. Both scared to lead from the front line. Both have some issues. Obviously, Duke is the worst. But Destro and Flint, very paralleled in their universes. But looking very good. Now, first thing I saw is like, man, I wish this had a flight stand. And you could probably make something, rig something up your own. But it'd be very cool if we had just a flight stand, just like on a ball, and you could like turn it at the top and you could display this. Because a lot of us, it's going to take up some real estate. So I put my Joes on Billy bookcases. Would have loved to put a flight stand here, had this kind of just like this with Destro in there, have some of his troops standing around it. Now, yes, I could do that. I could invent my own way to do it, but it would have been nice to have a flight stand, not in the cards for whatever reason. But let's dive in. Let's start with the seat. You got the fiery red seat right here for Destro, very regal. Looks like a 1994 Taurus is what it reminds me of. One of the best vehicles of all time, I'm sure. Looking good. You got the controls in the front. No sticker placement on this. Didn't have to call my dad in. Said, Dad, put these stickers on. Didn't have to do any of that. Stickers, everything is already applied. You got the readout there in the front looking very good. You got the controls. Controls do not really move. I thought they would turn side to side. They do not. Looking good, though. Looking good. I like the different controls inside there. Looking very good on the dash. Looking very nice. On the back here, you got the jets. I guess that propels him into battlefield is what you got. We got 4 of those going on. You got the flaps back here that'll slow him down, speed him up like an airplane. For some reason, I thought these were going to be movable. There's not a lot of play with this one, in all honesty. There's no movement on that. There is no movement on the wings either. Now, the wings, this went together very easily. The 2 wings clipped in, the 2 spoilers up here clipped in, and then the bombs clipped into the bottom, and that is basically it. So it's pretty easy to put together. But you do got the fins up here on the top. Does show Destro and the old Destro logo looking very good. You got those on the top once again. You got the 5.7 screwdriver U. You got that, whatever that's supposed to mean there. You got the wings that are marched over. Once again, no flapping in these wings. No moving these wings around, anything like that. Iron Grenadier sticker in the front looking very good, so you know who you're battling. You do got these 2 missiles that they just stick in the front here. They come out, so all you got to do is stick them in. They do not fall out on you. They are very snug. I do appreciate that. You got the rotating gun right here, side to side. No up and down, but just side to side. This does come folded all the way inside, so if you want to do it like that, you could possibly do it. But it does come out. You got 2 blasts. Now, you do got spots down here for blast effect pieces. Once again, wouldn't have hurt to put a couple of blast effects to put in here. We might have some with some of our other Joes or maybe Marvel you can make work, but it feels like they could have thrown those in very easily. Personally, I would have preferred a flight stand, but that's another thing that I think they could have got with this, which I would have liked to have seen, especially for the price point. Should mention the black coloring out here, nice smooth plastic. Reminds me a lot of kind of Iron Man Marvel Legend plastic, if you're familiar with that. Got a nice smoothness to it. Very nice feel to this here. Getting to the bottom, we do got the, I guess this would be the jets for like takeoff. So like he just doesn't go like this. I think it goes up like this, then out like this. So he just gets the lift off, and that's what those are supposed to be in gold. Black on the underside once again. And then you do got the missiles, and they just plug in here G.I. Joe style off to the side. You just plug them in just like the Joes of old. Very fun to do that. No release mechanism, no buttons or anything to just drop these. I can see a kid wanting that. For me, I'm an adult collector. I think that works. What? Yeah, I'm an adult collector. Come on, Todd. It's my birthday today. I'm officially an adult. 18 today. Yep, 18. I can't believe it. But looking good. You got the little vent on the back over here as well. A lot of seat room in this one, so I don't think you'll have any problems getting Destro inside of here. I'm going to try that for the first time. Looking very good. Now, you got to be careful with that cape. That's all you want to do. Lando Calrissian taught him this once upon a time. You don't put your cape outside there. It'll just burn up. It'll just burn up, and it could catch you on fire. You got to tuck the cape. You got to tuck the cape. Yep, I know Duke tucks something else. I know Duke's a tucker. We all know that. He's tucking things away. Doesn't got a lot to tuck, though. That's what I've been told, but story for another day, as we know. But Destro looks good. I think this fits perfectly for the size of the vehicle. This makes a lot of sense for me. And this is an all-timer. Once again, I probably said it a couple of times already, but this was a favorite of mine. This is one of those beautiful, I've said it on the channel before, grandma vehicles. This is basically the definition of the grandma vehicle. Grandma, she loves you. She wants to take you out. You're coming for a weekend in the summer. She's going to take you out to the local Arby's or the local pizza place or something. She's going to buy you a nice lunch, maybe a dinner, maybe the cousins will come. Who knows what'll happen? But you also go to Kmart, Walmart, Target, maybe Toys R Us, maybe even KB Toys. Who knows? She could be a real one and take you to Ben Franklin's. You never know. Grandmas are wiry like that. But grandma, she loves you. And she's like, I don't get to see little Kyle all that often. I get to see him like 10 times a year. And that's not enough. That's not enough. You guys are lucky you see me 4 times a day in all these videos. But grandma's like, you know what? I'm going to not just buy him one action figure, but I'm not going to buy him the aircraft carrier. I'm not going to buy him the Trouble Bubble or something, or not the Trouble Bubble, but the Cobra Moray. I don't know how I got that confused. I'm not going to buy you that big $50 thing. But you know what? Destro Despoiler, that's perfect. We get you a little figure, a little vehicle. That's the perfect grandma vehicle. And this just always reminds me of my grandma once upon a time, because that's what she would do. She got me the water moccasin and Copperhead once upon a time. Great times with grandma. Hopefully you had great times with your grandmas too. But Destro, great times here today at the table. I like this a whole lot. A very fun figure here. Is it top 10 of the year? I don't know. I like this figure a lot. I like Destro in the gold, and I like him in the black attack. The gold and black attack can't be beat. Only by the yellow and black attack with Striper, as we know as well, top and farther from the couch. But this is pretty darn fun, so it'll be interesting when it comes to set rankings, series rankings for the end of the year. We'll see if this lands anywhere. But I do got some Grenadier friends, and we're going to start off hot with one Rowdy Roddy Piper, of course, never forget. You got that Cobra bat along the way. You got some Grenadiers. I probably should have grabbed Metalhead, but you know, what are we doing here? What are we doing? How much stuff can we grab? How much stuff? Do we want to really dismantle all the collection? But you got a couple of guards here as well. Playing all the hits here with the Iron Grenadiers. I'm here for it. I'm here. I should have got Darklon. You're right. Todd McFarland, very chatty from the couch. It is my birthday, though, Todd, and you're taking me out to dinner tonight. It's going to be a good time. But I do like this Destro a whole lot once again. It is worth the pickup, but the price point, pretty stiff. It's stiff on the chin. We're a little bit over $100. You never know. Might be able to find a deal in the future, but I can see this one being a little tougher to get. So make do with that what you will. Play the long game if you choose, or pick it up right now. It is available. Should be available everywhere, including Jay's Toys and Games very, very soon. Use code Kyle, save 15%, as you guys know as well. But there it is. Destro is the spoiler. Be very interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Pick up, pass, long game, no game. I'm out of the vehicle game. Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Like all the videos, you should, but like this one especially. It's my birthday after all. Todd, subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. 2 YouTube channels to keep you busy. Check them out. Subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out Patreon. Check out YouTube channel memberships for even more content over there, and your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is named my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So for Destro and his Despoiler, happy birthday to me.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?